A massive thank you to my members from April 2025. Become a member today under the Retro Sync Lovers membership and request a video today.
So now it's time for the Roddy Piper and the Boys Town Hall.
I mean, stuff is a lot different now that I know who these guys are.
Yeah, shit changes quite expeditiously here for these four men.
Piper is teasing jumping over the rail into the water, which becomes a theme for the night because the crowd is begging for someone to get thrown into it the whole show.
I just know the meeting before the show started was nobody throw anybody into the water.
Don't do it. Don't fucking do it.
Kevin Sullivan's already doing it. Nobody else go in the water.
He booked himself to do it. He can only do it.
There's
He's
nothing we can do.
Kevin Sullivan giving the meeting. Don't throw him in the water. Kevin Sullivan's doing it.
Dude, that's a DPW show with the balcony. All right, guys, no one's jumping off. Jay Malachi's jumping off the balcony this time,
Fucking
guys.
don't do it. So Mean Gene says, Piper the Icon, welcome to Spring Break. And Piper says, I'll tell you something, man. Mama told me not to come. I never seen so many pretty women all in one place. Y'all. And Mean Gene says, I've seen a little bit of it myself, yes. Okay.
Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah.
And Piper says, when I was a kid, Spring Break meant to me the last spring on my mattress is gone. That's how I got 6 kids. Uncensored. Dude, the uncensored thing happens like 17 times here. He really loves the uncensored branding. Uncensored.
WCW love the uncensored branding. They always say uncensored.
I love it.
Uncensored. Tony, whenever I think of uncensored, I think of you saying uncensored.
I do too.
Uncensored.
That's 100% what I
Dude, they
think
said it
of.
so many times.
Mean Gene says, speaking of uncensored, what is the game plan for Sunday night? And Piper says, don't worry about that. I got some critics here. I'm getting hammered by the critics. Howard Stern won't have me on his show because he's afraid. You see, he's been knocking me and saying all these things, trying to give a guy a break. Well, Howard Stern, you and your private parts. Howard Stern is hung like a pimple, uncensored.
All right, was this real beef they had? I don't know the
I
story
guess so.
behind it.
At the time, like, he wanted
Howard
to
Stern
bring Piper on
probably
his show.
said, who are your two teammates? And he said, you don't know these guys?
Piper says, let's look at the other side of the paper. Dennis Rodman. Hey, Denny. Number one, it's a kilt, not a dress, so don't be pinching my buns. And I'll tell you something. He has tattoo parts on him. Me, I'm in the middle, folks. I got metal parts on me. Uncensored. And he says, the WWF. No? What's that? Never heard of that. He says, the WWF says to me over the television, we have no one-hip wrestlers in our pay-per-views. Well, you're right. He says you have no one hip in your pay-per-views. Got him.
That was good. Actually, by the way, I don't know if you noticed it because they bleeped out WWF in this. When
On
they
the
said
Peacock
it,
version, right?
the crowd in attendance started booing when they heard the words WWF.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
loyalty
they
for
didn't
you.
fuck with WWF at all. Of course, we're at WCW Nitro, goddammit. And he says, I'll tell you something else, WWF, you're a liar. Uncensored, right? Yes, fucking uncensored, yes.
And another thing.
Because when I was in the WWF and I beat the dog out of Gold Dust, this is where I got fucking mad. Who the fuck does he think he is?
He just turned heel.
Running down the big gold one? I mean, come on, what did he do? He worked here. So Flair's music hits, and Mean Gene says, the Four Horsemen are here. And Piper says, is that a good or bad? VJ says, well, I think you're friends with them, so it can't be bad. So the Horsemen come out. It's Arn, it's Flair, Mongo, Deborah, Jeff Jarrett. Arn gets in the ring, and I mean, Arn, every time I love hearing Arn talk, he just fucking lays it out for Piper. He says, listen, man, these guys came out here and they showed a lot of heart last week and took a beating to be a part of this, but with all due respect, this is a job for professionals and not amateurs. John Tenta's standing there.
He's standing right there. Why do you say fuck me?
Yeah. And Arn offers the services, once again, of the Horsemen. He wants Piper to team with the Horsemen at Uncensored because he doesn't think that the team he has here can stand up to Hogan and the NWO. They're going to fucking, power numbers. They always have. They dropped Flair, have dropped him, and He says, #1 rule of thumb all through pro wrestling: when a burglar breaks into your house, you don't squirt him with a water hose. You pick up something and you bash his brains in with it. I've never heard that phrase before. We should pass that down now, though.
Dude, this was Cody-esque promo here, I thought. We put the gun to him.
Oh, yes. Oh, my God. That would have awesome. He said, you don't use a water hose, son. You shoot him, kill him, die. And Piper just stands there. He says, this is my family. And Flair cuts him off and says, Hot Rod! Oh, woo! Flair is on 16 mimosas at this fucking point. Like, he's on fire.
They put him in the middle of spring break. He's probably going nuts. Everyone on the show is going nuts.
They're having a good. There's probably a bar in the back. Like,
dude, it was probably
way.
like that was probably in like the terms like you got to give all the wrestlers free drinks. Like that's part of the we'll run here. You give us all free drinks. Yeah, guaranteed.
And Flair says, in a moment when I hate taking the edge off the party, I came here tonight with the Horsemen to tell you, my best friend, you have broken the rule that we always have to live by. Never overmatch yourself. He said he put Hogan to sleep twice, but Hogan will stack the deck. He'll come with Hall, Nash, Savage, the whole gang, and you can do no more on your own. They got Dennis Rodman, and we got all-pro tackle that'll make Rodman into a basketball. Holy shit. That'd be awesome for a video game. Fucking make Dennis Rodman into a basketball.
That's awesome.
And he says, Hogan, the stupid little man wants back in the game. He wants to stand one-on-one, one and only Hot Rod. And I want you to take the Horseman. I want you to walk the aisle. And I want you. And Flair is like, he starts getting into the promo heavy, and he's shaking his head and getting fired up. And you see Piper is also starting to shake his head, and Flair sees this and gets even more fired up. He just cuts off the middle of his promo, starts strutting in the middle of a sentence, throws his fucking jacket into the air, which Piper catches and puts on. These are the two coolest dudes ever. What the fuck? So Flair says, are you with the Horsemen? Are you with the Horsemen? Or, oh, Hogan, it's not Roddy the Icon, it's the Con Man. And you're an icon, brother. Join the Horsemen and let's woo. And Mean Gene says, if the jacket fits. And Piper says the jacket fits just fine. They're my family. They'll watch my back. But I'd be proud to fight with the Horsemen at Uncensored. Huge fucking pop. Crowd super into this. I imagine Craig Malley, Leighton Morrison, and more so John Tenta maybe weren't too thrilled with how they were presented here. I don't understand how John Tenta got into the mix here of getting fucking treated like an amateur, but that's okay, I guess.
He was the fucking shark.
It's a sharky shark world out here.
Shark in Spring Break would have been awesome.
Dude, wow. They have him like under the ring the whole time, and he swims out and interferes. That would be awesome.
Wow, that'd be fucking insane. What is he interfering in? Dave Taylor versus Prince Iakea?
In the high voltage match?
They tell him he's going to interfere in the main event of Harlem Heat against Public Enemy. And then...
It happens, of course.
Of course.